Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. Who
do you want? I mean, who do you want the most? One guy.
Maybe Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Mikey.
Thank you.
Floyd Money Mayweather suggests that Vasiliy Lomachenko, if he really wants to prove that he's everything he's billed as, he should fight Mikey Garcia. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. Shout out to Fighthype, link in the description. They conducted an exclusive phone interview with Floyd Money Mayweather, and he said some interesting things. I want to talk about it real quick and give my thoughts on it. And he talked about what Vasiliy Lomachenko, I guess, calling out his fighter. This is what Floyd says, and I quote: "If Vasiliy Lomachenko wants to prove he is what they say he is, I think they should make him and Mikey Garcia." I mean, that's just my honest opinion. I think Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia should lock up. Great fighters always move up. We call that legendary. A lot of fighters are taking shots at Tank. At the end of the day, Tank is not perfect, but his boxing record is. And he says, at least right now, his boxing record is undefeated. And then he started going on saying, like, we're here to, we love all our fighters, and we try to take fighters out of the hood and show them the way and show them what you've been through and use basically your wisdom, because you've been there before, right? Now, a lot of this stemmed from Vasiliy Lomachenko on his Twitter. He said, "Floyd Mayweather, it would have been an honor to fight you in your prime, but I'm not talking about you. Please stop hiding your fighter." And everyone knows that Lomachenko was talking about his fighter, as in Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, I told you guys, new media, the walls are closing in on this situation. And I told you, part of the problem with the media, and I hate to say overhyping, but giving a guy with 10-1, putting him on the #1 pound for pound list, comparing him to legendary historic fighters, Pacquiao, Mayweather, Roy Jones, and people who have moved up, you're putting a lot of pressure on Lomachenko. Instead of just letting him develop, let him make everyone quit, let him rack up body counts and stuff, and then when it's all written, when it's all said and done, you say, wow, this dude Lomachenko, he never lost again. He's one of the greatest ever, right? Instead of doing that, they're putting a lot of pressure. Now you have people like Floyd Mayweather, who, when he speaks, whether you love him or hate him, when he speaks, people pay attention. I'm pretty sure this video will get views. And he's calling for Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko. It's a good fight. Now, I played at the beginning the clip where post-Rigondeaux quitting fight, where Lomachenko beat Rigondeaux, he himself called out Mikey Garcia. They asked, who do you want to fight? He said, nah, I don't want to fight Salido. He just got knocked out. Yeah, maybe, let's say Mikey Garcia. Yeah, Mikey Garcia. This is not the first time. So I'm telling you, just like when Triple G was open to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Carl Froch at 168, then don't get mad when people say, okay, those fights didn't manifest. What about Andre Ward? He says he'll fight you. He's calling you Little G. And then Triple G's like, hey, no, he's too much for me. Too much for me right now. What? You know what I mean? So don't get mad at fans for wanting to see it when the fighter opened their mouth and open those floodgates to those fights. I just played the audio clip for you guys, and that's what Lomachenko said. He called out Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia didn't fight the night that Lomachenko beat Rigondeaux, so he's probably at home. I think he was probably sleeping, getting ready for a toy drive or whatever he was doing, and he's the one being called out. So for fighters like Floyd Mayweather, former fighters, to say, hey, Lomachenko, test yourself. If you're what they say you are, then fight Mikey Garcia. I think that's a great fight. They should lock horns. And I did a poll almost a week ago, 6 days ago. You see the results. More people picked Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko. I said, who do you want to see him fight next? This was obviously before the Sergey Lipinets fight was announced. And the majority of the people said Mikey Garcia. So the fans want it. Mikey Garcia has a fan base. It's a great fight you can sell on the West Coast easily. So what's the problem? And you called him out. Like I said, don't say, oh, Lomachenko wants to stay at 130 and unify. Because why did he call out a guy at 35 and 40 in Mikey Garcia? And I say 40 because he fought Broner at 40, right? So why call him out if you want to stay and unify? Why are you calling Gervonta Tank Davis out if you want to stay and unify? Gervonta Tank Davis does not have a belt anymore. Let him get a belt again, and then he's open season. Call him out to your little heart's content. So the walls are closing in, and I see people are starting to see it. So you can't say Lomachenko wants to stay and unify only because if he did, once again, my two questions are this. If Lomachenko wants to stay and unify, why are you not putting emphasis and pressure on Miguel Berchelt, Machado, the Japanese dude that beat Tevin Farmer, if you want to unify? Instead, you're calling out a guy associated with Floyd Mayweather, so kind of piggybacking off the name, getting some promotion, and then trying to put Gervonta on the spot when he has no belt. And why are you calling out Mikey Garcia, who has a belt, but his belt's at lightweight, right? And he might get one at 140. So it's just not looking good, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Lomachenko does next. As far as his Fighthype interview, very good stuff from Mayweather. He was also saying that fighters, a lot of people call out Tank, and you got to take one step at a time. He said, like Tevin Farmer, he wanted to fight Tank and things like that, and then you end up not making it past the Japanese dude. So he says you got to go by a case-by-case basis. So I'll be tuned in, and I definitely want to see who they pick for Lomachenko, because we know he's talented, we know he's skilled, but there's a few names that will really prove how much he's changed since the Salido loss, how much overall, like if he fights another Miguel Mariaga, that doesn't really prove nothing. A guy coming off a loss, moving up in weight, we know he's too good for that. You know what I mean? So it'll be very interesting. And like I said, you can't say he wants to sit and unify, because if you want to sit and unify, why are you calling out Tank Davis, who no longer has a belt? Wait till he gets a belt and then call him out. But you released a tweet yesterday. Why call out Mikey Garcia when you know he's not at 130 if you want to stay and unify? Let me know your thoughts of what Floyd said. Link in the description. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.